We're hearing from a local woman whose family escaped Gaza. Her mother and sister had been trapped since Hamas launched a deadly attack on Israel back on October 7th. They just safely returned to Sugar Land 3 days ago. Devon Roming joins us now with more on their struggle to get home. Devon.
Well, Mia, it's been more than 3 weeks since we first told you about their ordeal. Now that they're finally home, reunited with family, they're opening up with us.
I want to make it clear.
For May Abu Shaban, the last 3 days have been an emotional roller coaster now that her mother and sister, who do not want to be identified, are home safe in Sugar Land.
The guilt of leaving behind so many people is just so consuming.
They'd spent the last 3 months in Gaza caring for aging relatives before war broke out. The last 30 days they've spent trying to make it back to America.
They tried to leave 5 times, and all 5 times they were told to leave by the U.S. State Department. And the first 3 times the border never even opened. On the 4th time, my mom was on the list of people that were allowed to leave, but my sister wasn't. They also turned them away again. And then the 5th time, my sister's name was on the list, and then my mom's name had been on the list the day before, so they were allowed to leave together on the 5th try.
May and her family sued the Biden administration, wanting all U.S. citizens evacuated from the war zone.
Unfortunately, we didn't see much action from the State Department, so we thought that through this lawsuit, we could use the court system to help us get our loved ones out. And it's not a political lawsuit, it's more so a lawsuit regarding our constitutional rights as Americans, and we feel like that they've been violated.
Sentiments voiced through frustration as her 20-year-old sister copes with the traumas of war.
They're really going through such a tough time right now. She doesn't want to eat. She lays in bed all day, and I feel like she can't relate to us anymore, and she's just a completely different person.
Now, as her mother and sister recover and try to reacclimate to life in America,
it's another chance at life for them, really. You know, they could have been one of the people that were killed. They could have been another number.
May struggles to think of the loss of life thousands of miles away as the war between Hamas and Israel escalates.
For them, Hamas is not a terrorist organization or a bad guy. It's a liberation movement. It's a fight for freedom. I don't agree that violence against any kind of civilian is acceptable. You know, it's just not. But also at the same time, if we're going to say that, we have to hold both parties accountable.
Now, Abu Shaban and her family say they don't know what's next for their lawsuit now that her family is back home safe. Meanwhile, the U.S. this week said remaining American citizens in Gaza are being helped to evacuate back to the U.S. Mia?
Devon, we'll pick it up from here. Thank you.